Could the Cronos coin be the next big thing? This is CRO USDT, which is basically the crypto.com token. So I'm going to speak to you guys strictly from a technical analysis point of view because we're going to see if this price is about to surge or will it be pulling back sometime soon, especially after the huge moves it's been having for the recent weeks. Okay. Now, I am doing this for a viewer of mine, and if you guys have any other requests in this market, make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe. I will get to your requests. I will pick a request to do for you guys on a daily basis. But for CRO here, I've seen a major surge here that has happened since the last time I've actually pointed out a few bullish patterns on this charts. That's why it's very important to be charting these patterns and know which way it's more likely to go. Now, last time I mentioned a falling wedge pattern on the weekly time frame here, right? And this price target was about 17 cents. Chronos basically went beyond that, and we're seeing a little bit of a pullback consolidation here. What could Chronos be doing next? Okay. Now, I also pointed out a cup and handle pattern here that was probably more visible on a lower time frame. Probably, yeah, maybe on like 6 hour, 4 hour time frame here with the resistance here to be about, it was at about 11.5 cents. It broke out of that, basically smashed that price target, as you guys can see. Went as far up as about 18 cents. Okay, now let's zoom in and see if we can get any more clarity on what Chronos could be doing. All right, so I want to point out that there is some divergent signals you guys should be paying attention to on the 3 day time frame and on the daily time frame. What I mean is when you see higher highs on the price action chart, but an equal or lower high, in this case, a lower high on the 3 day time frame. So it usually indicates a pullback. Okay, we haven't seen it yet on this 3 day time frame because, as you guys can see, there has been bearish divergence for two candles already, two candle closes already. So it is possible that Chronos take a pullback here, just by reading the bearish divergence signal, and it's usually pretty accurate. And same on this daily time frame, as you guys can see, we have higher highs in the price action chart, but it's still a lower high on the RSI. So something to be paying attention to. And when I see bearish divergence signals, I'm looking at the next key support on that time frame as a guess for a bounce. Okay, so let's just say if actually takes a pullback here on Chronos here, I could potentially be looking back at about 15 cents for supports, right? 15 cents, which was where the price target was for this cup and handle pattern. That's one level of support I could be looking at. The next key level of support will probably be at about maybe the daily 21 SMA or at about that just right below 15 cents again. So depending on which one it hits next, right? So that is some downside scenario that I think you guys should definitely be paying attention to because um, that's just that's just how trading works, right? It doesn't go up it doesn't go up only, okay? Of course, these are just my opinions and not financial advice, and I am long on Bitcoin and quite a bit of the altcoins here. So my opinion on the overall crypto markets is still pretty bullish. It's still bullish, and I'll tell you guys when I change my opinion. But yeah, this is basically what I'm seeing for Chronos. Now, if we actually zoom in even more, this is the hourly time frame. Okay, it could form some type of a symmetrical triangle pattern here on this hourly time frame if it can hold, this pattern here, but this is still a guess. It hasn't completely formed. If it does form, just by the way that I have it kind of sketched out here, the price target, if it breaks out of that one, would be about 18 cents. Still mining the bearish signals divergence on the higher time frame, which I think are more important. But could it invalidate it? I mean, there's a smaller chance. Now let's actually zoom back out. I just want to mention that if it comes back all the way back up here to about 23 cents, right? You guys can see this could still form some type of a cup and handle pattern later on. So something to be paying attention to if Chronos continues this rounded bottom trajectory up to test about 23 cents. Possible cup and handle pattern. Okay. So this basically wraps it up for Chronos for now. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing more of it by dropping a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.